Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of The Outer Worlds. We're on our way to get a cache of medicine and we've run into some marauders who, well, last time I was a bit overconfident and we thought we'd be able to pick them off without any real difficulty, and turns out that they're armoured and a little bit tougher than other ones that we've faced up until now. So,
Here we go!
so I've got my gun out. And I'm not going to lie, this is a lot better. Pravati, don't go getting yourself killed. Pravati. Thanks for being a good distraction. Very, very much appreciated. We didn't spend too much ammo, but we are using our heavy ammo. So, worth it for these guys. Probably not worth it for the little mooks or smaller fights. But that definitely went well. The amount of damage we were doing before with the shotgun up close was very little. Even though it is multi-hits, armor I think just does like flat damage reduction, so unless you're hitting big, you're not really gonna hit at all. I suppose I could have blown these up to clear two of them out initially, but I was going for the headshots, you know. Right, cache of medicines. So we're going to go in and we're not going to sell them to Abernathy once we're done. I really hope there's no more marauders in here. There is. You know what? One down. Wait for this one to care less. So missed with the first. Oh, you've gone for it. Okay. Come here.
Everyone all right?
Nice impact hammer. I like that. Come on, let's get the little sprats. They're worth XP. They're worth 50 XP. That's like not nothing. Yeah, anytime that we can be saving on our heavy ammo, we should. Heavy ammo and plasma ammo are the big ones we've got. Okay, I think we're done in here. Let's go back the way we came. And then start fighting our way upstairs. Anything else to grab over here? Doesn't look like it. There's a community centre. It's got lots of religious overtones, but this whole place is very cult-esque anyway. Okay, is there anything to actually get over here? Hey, a little bit of space is char. What about the person that we took down originally? Okay. On to the next combat. This guy's actually having a look at the The primals. This display is fashioned to resemble a pair of mighty primals, requiring extensive field research. Let's have a moment of silence for the researchers who gave their lives in pursuit of the authenticity. Oh, look at these. Canids. Beta lupus familiaris. Canids can be found all over Emerald Vale in two distinct varieties, domesticated and feral. The feral ones hunt in packs, while the domesticated ones can be loyal companions. It's important to remember that the canid is still a wild animal and should be treated with caution. And then the fish. The saltunas. Salmonidae salinus. If the ocean and rivers at the heart of the veins of Emerald Vale, then saltuna is our highly profitable blood. These meaty fish live in the ocean and migrate upstream during mating season. Okay, they perish after a single reproductive episode. That's why we scoop up their corpses to be cleaned, processed, and canned. Okay, that's not really a hunting operation. Right, well let's explore more down here before we go upstairs. I wonder if it's just more sprats. Yes, it is. Hi. Stealth attack. Oh, definitely grabbing all of this stuff. Hacking our way in here. So we've got a key for the first aid room. Sawn-off shotgun. Riot control armor. They sure do give you a lot of stuff. Now, is that people walking around that I can hear? If it is, I reckon it's up. Yeah, it's upstairs. Okay, let's go upstairs and take care of them before we have them sneak up on us.
You hiding? You scared?
And you. Oh wait, you're more important. Where'd he go? Where's the little guy?
Everyone all right?
Guide to Mechanical Engineering, Volume 1. Well, that's definitely going to be worth investigating. I wonder if that's going to potentially give us some skill points. Let's have a look at our inventory. Might be just over in... No, it's not in the junk. So I don't see it specifically around. Oh, there we go. The Young Space's Guide to Mechanical Engineering, Volume 1, a dense technical primer on mechanical engineering published by Space's Choice. This volume describes the process of building a computing machine using electrodes and spectrum potatoes. Okay. We might find a use for it.
Something you need?
Could you use it? In fact, yeah, I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Fair enough. How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Right, okay. Well, you get along well with your dad. You might not have with your mother.
Could be. Reckon I'll never know.
Well, you mentioned
You
something
mean about the mission
earlier.
being too clean?
In the bar, you asked if I was a drinker.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
Well, I like to now and then.
It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking.
That's sad. You're very sensitive, aren't you?
Am I? Well, it's just normal to me. Why isn't everybody else, I wonder?
It's a good question. Right, now the church. You said it was too clean.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
I like that analogy. Yeah. You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine that's in need of fixing... well, then why do you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him.
Okay. Alright, I understand that. Well, why aren't you allowed in Moreau's store anymore?
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
That was 16 years ago.
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing. And next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Right, okay. I can see how that would upset some people, but I'm just gonna laugh.
It's not funny.
It is funny.
Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
Nope. Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson.
Amazing.
One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Worth it. Alright. So, wasn't intending to get drawn into that. Come back here. Blasted thing. Right. 50 XP. That was worth it. Okay, we have the first aid key. So we can go back downstairs and go into that area. Let's head back round and get in there. Actually, before we do, let's check this back room. We've got a vending machine. We could sell some of our stuff. Yeah, being able to just sell junk as we hit vending machines is going to save us quite a lot of time. A few more bits. And then that's it in terms of supplies. One of those giant salt tuners. And that just goes outside, which we don't want just yet. Right. And this is the other room that we were in. cool. So, into the first aid room. Mag pick, weapon parts. Speed grip, I think that'll probably go on a stun battle. Speaking of stun battles. And those are the supplies that we needed. Okay, back to town. We're not going to give them to Abernathy, we're going to give them to the other girl. Mostly because I think she's going to do more for the town as a whole, even if Abernathy ends up suffering. I think that's going to be a better choice. Okay, Cobalt, I need you to reposition. Sorry, I'm just removing my cat from on top of the keyboard. Here we go. Actually, a couple of things that we didn't get to. Use a couple of bypass shunts. Okay. Emerald Vale Community Centre. So we can't get a new first aid keycard, but we don't need it because we've already got 2 others. So in the logs, the History of Emerald Vale exhibit. The history of Emerald Vale, once complete, will display the proud heritage of our settlement for generations to come, decorating the main hall of our noble community centre. This elaborate diorama of memorabilia of our settlement's founding will embody the hard-working spirit of our Spacer family. The centerpiece of this grand exhibit will be a taxidermized mantiquine erected within our main lobby as a sign of civilization's victory over nature itself. So that's going to go, I guess, somewhere here. Maybe dangling from that thing. An interesting idea. Right, I think we're just heading back into town now. Look at the destruction we have wrought. We could fast travel there, but because it's a relatively short distance and it's such a lovely day, it would be a shame to bypass the view. I do want to figure out if it's possible to get up inside there. I think it's not actually possible. But it almost feels like it should be. Let's just have a little look around this side just in case. No, nothing stands out as a way up. Unless we could get on top of this, which I don't think we can. Oh, I feel like we should be able to get up on that. We can get up on these, though. Can we get in this way? A back door into Edgewater. Oh, this is that back office. Well, while no one's watching us, I'll grab all of the stuff. I am very happy that we were able to find that. I was not expecting to find a way in here. And certainly the convenience of it for getting back in town, even better. Okay, so not Abernathy. Hi there, Esther.
Somebody's been running around town raving about a colony ship. Plague must have gone into their brain matter.
I've got that medicine you were after.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here. Something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Sure, I kind of understand, but, Let's charm her. Never? That's harsh. At least leave me something to remember you by.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me.
Okay, well. What do you do?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker.
Oh, lovely.
Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
You're HR. Okay, I'll leave you be. Let's go talk to Abernathy. And see if we can tell him that we didn't get his medicine.
Somebody's been running around talking about the Hope. Wonder if that's a new drug of some kind.
Yeah, that was me. But sorry, Abernathy, I gave that ampicillin to someone else.
You what? But why? I was dependent on you. Does it feel good? Robbing an old man of his last shred of hope?
Kind of does, actually. I'm sorry, I did what I had to.
Betray a man in his final hours? Of course, I understand. Hell, I'd probably do the same to you, given the chance. So, you just here to watch me die, or what?
No, I don't think you're actually dying. But, if you do, I can loot this place. I mean, I can probably... loot it a little bit, even while he's around. Anything in his shower that's worth taking? Probably not. Okay, right, back to our quest board. So, the Marauder's Fingers. Let's do that next. I suspect this is going to take a little bit more effort than the other Marauders that we've dealt with. Ooh, wrong button. Accidentally using one of the inhalers. We do have plenty of them though. And for this, having the rifle out seems like a good choice. Closest one is just over the hill this way. 30 cotton.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming.
Unlicensed
She's
terraforming.
jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
I tried to think how much of a fine that was. We might be able to just snipe this this bandit when we find them. Let's go up over this ridge. We might be able to get a decent angle. Yep, that looks like a decent angle. I just need them to stay still, because it's quite a slow shot.
I'm ready for this. Nice one.
That'll do it.
Can't get past that armor. You're gonna suffer.
Oh my god. Hello. Right, there might only be one left.
You hiding?
Not hiding, just waiting for you to get a little closer. And I will dodge my way around and get a big clonk on your head. That was a worthwhile use of a little bit of plasma ammo. Now, where did that dinosaur-like thing that we smacked around the face vanish off to? Did it just kibble and bit itself? It did. So that was a tamed canid. Hey, Pravati, sorry you got a bit beaten up. Obviously not ideal for you. There's another tamed canid down there, but it's not really much of a concern. Okay, let's take out the canid just to make sure we're safe.
Look at us!
Yeah, you did so much. Now let's find where the body is. There we go. Hunting rifle, bit cartridge, light ammo, a nice thick beanie, and Bertie Cotton's finger. One down. We could take out these two. Probably a smart choice to try and get them gone. And right in the face. Effective. The time dilation does make a pretty big difference. So those are the only two that we saw patrolling nearby. Let's just have a little look and see what the camp's got. A couple of bits and bobs. There'll be more inside the buildings, of course, but I want to make sure we're taking advantage of everything. Is this even a building? No, that's just a big chunk of rock. That's not a container we can loot. There might be some up on top, but
Nicely done.
grab these. So as the combats and things get a little bit more dangerous, I'm probably going to have to pay specific attention to like the type of armor that we're using and what we give our companion. Regardless of what people in town think, if we're expecting to get into trouble, we should be correctly armored. Mock apple juice. Made of real mock apples. Okay, next one is Doc Maybell. That's 300 meters this way. Let's have the old plasma rifle out. We might be able to get similar kind of setup and shots on the dock, or maybe on other threats. Although we know we can deal with the primals with with just the regular shotgun.
Got it. Heads down.
Let's go! Can't get past that armor!
Wow, that's a big hit. N-ray damage.
We're not getting through! Ah! Ah! You're hurt! Ah! Ah! Can't get
Very hurt. Okay, these guys are a lot bigger than the previous ones we faced. We'll try again. It's a learning experience, that's for certain. I really want to make the shotgun work because I love shotguns, but... right, so after we did that, there was just a little bit of scooching around and grabbing a few things. I won't grab everything. Just the obvious ones. This here, this here, this here. We've got a couple of things up on top as well.
That's clever.
Grab those. All of that. Okay. That will do for now.
Got it. Heads down.
We can handle this.
Once they're aware of you, it makes a huge difference. Huge difference in how good they are at spotting you and stuff. Okay. So we're going after the dock, which is going to be this way. We've got our proper rifle out because those primals are huge. Although I could actually do the plasma for the opening. And I wouldn't feel bad about it.
Let's go! Down they go!
Well, that's one down. And I think you can probably be done
That's the last of them.
with the shotgun. Primal Brain. Primal Hide. So we did use a lot of plasma in that. How heavy is that brain? That's just made us overweight. Well, what we'll do is we'll fast travel back to town. Actually, there's vending machines over at the landing pad. We can go there. And we can sort out our inventory. Don't mind me, I'm just super slow. Right. First things first. Sell all the junk. That does make us light enough. But let's sort out our actual items for retention. It's a shame you can't mark stuff as important. Hmm. We can swap over our melee for the plasmid cutter. I quite like that. So this can now be junk. This can be junk. Don't need spare assault rifles. I do love my sawed-off shotgun. It's just... It needs to do more damage with individual hits. That's the only thing. We've got another stun baton, so that can go. We're going to save the hunting rifle. So that all goes. Okay. Armor. I said we would do bigger armor. So we'll do that. And we've got riot control helmet at the moment, which I think is a smart enough choice. You can have a science beanie. I love it. So we're losing some tech skills, but we're gaining heavy weapons and more armor, which is the more important thing. Okay, in terms of other bits we can sell, let's get rid of those two lights. This is another light with stealth. I don't mind keeping the sneak helmet. Get rid of that one though, because we don't need multiples. And we can get rid of the lab because we've got the makeshift low pressure. Maybe marauder armor, but that's fine. And then, of course, all of the extras. So many things. We'll keep all the mods because the mods... Oh no, the mods do weigh slightly. Okay. They don't weigh very much. And I'll put some on the armor. And then the various parts and things don't weigh anything. Okay, that's fine. There we go. All junk sold, and we're much, much lighter. Okay, I don't think we can fast travel to the next quest, but we can go to the community centre, and from there we'd be in a position to move out to either of the two next ones. So that's what we'll do. We'll fast travel over to the Emerald Vale Community Centre, and I think we'll finish up there for the episode. We've obviously recovered the medicine, and we've taken one of the bandits out, and I like to think we're getting a little bit better at combat. We're certainly learning more what's important and what isn't in terms of survivability, and I think having a good amount of ammo is really going to be the important thing. So I need to get more in the habit of just using the heavy ammo that we have, and then potentially buying more when we need it. I think that's what we're going to have to do. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of The Outer Worlds. See you soon.